Today's featured blogger and designer is Jody Rackley from lovearevolutionary.blogspot.com and loveahandmade.etsy.com. She came up with this fun indoor game of hopscotch.
I love it.
I know, isn't it? And it's so easy, probably things you've already got laying around. So for this project, you're gonna want to have one of these burlap rolls, some lovely felt in bright, colorful colors. You're gonna need some scissors and a scrap of ribbon, some really good glue, and I like to have wax paper to put underneath my work surface so that when you're gluing on burlap, it doesn't soak through and end up, in the carpeting or on the table, because that doesn't make you happy.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so the first thing we're gonna do is start off by cutting up some squares of felt. And really, it depends on how big you wanna go. These are about 8 by 8. I like to often, when I'm making a project, instead of measuring a square, I eyeball it. I'll fold it into a square and then give it a trim. And if you want to get started on that, you're going to want to save the leftover pieces because that is what we're going to make our numbers from.
All right.
Now, do you like to trace or do you like to just freehand cut?
Me, I'm a freehand girl myself.
Are you a freehand girl? Yeah, me too. So you can go ahead and just freehand cut some numbers, but if you want, you can find some and trace them and cut them out, and if you want to cut one of those too.
Sure.
And then we'll have to start assembling our hopscotch board. Now, if I recall correctly, is this right? You have to go 1 and then 2?
Yes, that's right.
1 and 2. So then you're just going to spread them out in that 1, 2, 1, 2 figuration, and you're going to use some glue. Again, make sure you have that wax paper underneath, but just a little bead of glue will help keep that down. And obviously you're gonna go ahead and do all the way through 10 because that's how the game goes. And you're gonna need to let this sit and dry for a while. I wouldn't go too fast and play on it while it's still wet. So that's number 1, 2, 3 right there, right?
Right.
Okay, and here's number 1 and 2 to glue down. And while that's drying, you want to go ahead and make the little beanbag tossers. Now you can use a stone or, a little toy,
Anything
but
flat would work, yeah.
We've got this whole cute sunny day theme going on, so we're going to cut these out. Now we'll have patterns on the website, so you can print them out and use them as templates, or you can freehand it. That's kind of up to you. So what we're going to do here is take this little cute cloud and give him a little snip out, which I think is just so much fun. And then, actually, do you want to work on this one? And I'll start stitching up another. I like to have a couple, 3 or 4 for each person to play,
that's a
right?
great idea.
You don't have to wait and hold on to it and stuff. So you'll go ahead and get out your little stitching supplies, and you're going to do a little running stitch or an overhand stitch. Again, this is kind of your chance to practice your stitching any way that you like. And we're using a pretty contrast piece of floss here. But again, kind of use what you have. The idea is to make it fun and just practice and have a good time with it. So once you've stitched almost all the way around, which is what I have here, what we'll do is actually leave just a little bit of a hole like this, and then you can stuff it with some this puffy fiber fill or maybe even some beans. What do you think?
You could use things from your kitchen like popcorn or rice. Basically, you just want to add a little bit of weight to it, so it's like a little bean bag.
Well, that's a great idea.
Yeah, or you could use other things from around the house. If you had little flat toys of some kind, you could use those for
use your
markers.
Toys as little markers?
Sure,
right.
Little stuffed animals, that'd be cute.
And then actually you could kind of play with these and have these just for decorations later
That's
too,
right.
be a twofer. So once you have these all stitched up, you're almost all done. What we're gonna wanna do is just finish it off by keeping this edge from fraying. That's one of the things about burlap is it will let go. So you're gonna wanna take a little bead of glue, just like this, and let that dry and then poke the ribbon through to make a little hole so that way you can roll it up and take it with you.
All right.
Can you go ahead and see?
Yeah, let's take a look at this one. So the ribbon here is through the end, and then you just roll it up and you can tie it and take it along or store it away.
So cute.
Easy to make. This would be a great craft for doing at home.